Jeez. Tell we're professionals, can't you?
Oh, Lord, that's so funny. Oh, my goodness. Can y'all hear us? Would somebody please type in that you can hear us? Because we didn't have the microphone on again.
Again, it's your fault.
No, it's not. It's Tim's fault. Because Tim is the cameraman.
Yeah, but he knows.
Oh, Patty said there. Yes, we can hear. Thank you, Patty Bennett.
Welcome.
Kegel to K-Washing Company.
Well, the K-Long Company. I ain't got but the mallet.
Oh, thank the Lord you don't have that mallet. Okay, so everybody can hear us. Hello, everybody.
Welcome back
To Cooking with
Nay and
Murray. Oh, Lord.
This is season 2, episode 1.
No, it's not.
Right?
It's not. It's episode 2.
What was
How
one?
soon we forget
That was
about
one.
my episode with
campground
pineapple and
lemon
lemon
cooking.
and yeah. So
Let me turn this on just so.
yeah, just in case somebody has to text us and say they can't hear us.
Oh,
Are we
man.
talking loud enough too? Would you let us know that? Somebody?
Can you hear us?
Can you hear me now? Don't be smart. Well, you know. Yeah, so I was blaming Tim for the microphone, but it wasn't Tim's fault last time, but it's kind of his fault this time because he's not here tonight.
But we'll let him off the hook.
Yes, we let him off the hook because today is a very special day, and that would be the birthday of his sweet and dear bride, Amy. So happy birthday to Amy McKeon.
Happy birthday
to you.
Yeah.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Amy. Happy birthday to you. How was that?
You won't sing a hymn for me, would you?
Well, you surprised me that time, and you started it so high that I couldn't help it.
What's anybody saying?
Oh, Tina says we're sounding perfect. Thank you. And so did Patty. That's good. Because we kind of working with this new mic still. We still don't know exactly how good it is. So anyway, all right.
Little shout outs here. Since, like I say, we were on vacation, and then we did, this last has been a whirlwind camp meeting. I mean, it's always fun, but it's always a whirlwind going up there every night and lots of cooking for the big Sunday eating show, which mostly we posted some highlights from the big Sunday lunch.
Yes.
And it was very enjoyable. Had a good camp meeting.
We sure did. I hate to see it end when it does, but
so we're getting back, and we had a little pop up on Saturday, and I had a bunch of peppers. So Peter Piper picked the peppers.
Peppers. Peter Piper.
Pickled pickled peppers.
Yes, he did.
Unpickled peppers.
He did pickle a peck of unpickled peppers. How about that?
And but look at these, folks. Let me just show you.
They are beautiful.
I'm telling you what.
Just walk on over there and show them.
Just take a gander.
Aren't they pretty?
And I tasted them. The only thing, I misread the salt, and I added a little too much salt. But they're not bad. But they've got, they're staying crisp, and that was the main thing. And but if you go back and look at the episode, just don't
put 4 tablespoons.
No, just put 2 teaspoons.
Yeah. And let me say hey real fast. Sam Power said hey. I saw Terry Smith, my little Terry, just joined. And Courtney Glenn, my cousin, and Janice Pruitt, my cousin, and Cynthia Clyett, and of course Patty Bennett, the one who was checking the volume for us. Anyway, we do have some shout outs. The first one being your brother,
Staniel.
Yes.
Stanley Floyd Cable.
I was fixing to say, what's his middle name? Floyd. SFC.
As in Pink Floyd.
Because, yeah, we listen to a lot of Pink Floyd, don't we?
Stanley Pink Floyd.
Stanley Pink Floyd Cable. Stanley's been so good about posting all his pictures of his keto diet food, some of which a little sketchy for me, Stan, but if it's working for you, buddy, keep it up.
That's right.
And next, in between Florida and camp meeting somewhere, Heather Hansen posted her beautiful pictures of the pesto sauce that she made. And Heather, if you think about it, just whenever, shoot me that recipe or post it on our group site, whichever you prefer. And who else? Adrian Emery. She's been busy on our page. She got us that How Southern Are You thing going. And
a little pickle hack here. And if you got your favorite store-bought dill pickles, when you're done, just chop some cucumbers up, put them in there, and just let them soak in that brine. That's kind of a quick hack.
hey, Rosa. Sorry.
Just have to eat them up. They won't stay very long. I mean, they'll probably stay for 6 months in the refrigerator, but
that's a long time.
yeah, but you just can't store them. But you're gonna eat them anyway, so.
Well, there you go. Okay.
And thanks everyone for this. Played along with us the last couple of weeks with our little, I don't know if you call them polls or surveys or whatever, but
fun generators is what I
yeah, they're
call
fun. And the bacon.
Bacon. Who does not like bacon?
And it went almost from raw to burnt. And I think there was 7 choices. And the big number.
4. Between 4 and 5. We could probably got more 4s than anything. Don't think I had anybody all the way down on the raw. Jack said he liked number 1.
Jack.
That was his favorite. Actually, Jack said he liked 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
And he would eat them all.
Yeah, he would.
And then we had the taters.
Yes. What kind of taters do you like?
You know, crinkle cuts, or shoestrings, and Crinkles had what? 20?
You want me to read it?
Yeah.
Crinkles was the winner.
How about that? I would figure shoestrings.
I know. Crinkles had 20. Shoestrings had 15. Then we had the steak fries. They were 4.
That's good. I'm not a big steak fry.
Yeah, they're a little too thick for me. When it comes to fries, I like my shoestrings. Probably first. Then we had Carly at 10, Wedge at 6, and the waffle was another one that I was surprised did not do well. It was 2.
Yeah, I can eat a waffle, but I'd rather have steak and shake shoestring French fries. To me, is probably one of the top 3 fries out there. I like the steak and shake, the little steak and shake. Probably my favorite fry.
My favorite fry is Ted's Montana grilled fry.
Yeah, have them cook them extra crispy.
Yeah, and there was a write-in on the potatoes, and that was tater tots. I personally would probably go for the tater tots myself. We actually had 6 people that said tater tots. I included myself on that. So that was fun. Thanks for playing along with that. And the peach cobbler donut thing.
Krispy Kreme donut peach cobbler.
Lord, that would send you into a diabetic running fit. Probably. But I probably would also taste it.
I'd eat one bite just to say I did.
Because Terry Smith will tell you that about 15, 20 years ago at work, I told her one time, I don't like peaches. It's because I never really ate peaches, believe it or not. Just wasn't one of my favorite fruits.
Now she likes.
I like me some peaches.
Peaches.
So I would definitely try a bite of that. And I'm actually thinking about making it. I don't know. If enough people say, yeah, you need to make it, then maybe we will. What do you think?
Maybe we will.
All right. So
All right.
What else? What else we got?
Just us.
Being us.
That's it, folks. The way we started and the way we'll finish.
Just well, I hope we ain't finished just yet, are we?
Unless they cancel us. You know how them networks are.
Okay. Yeah. Let's see. Anybody saying anything? Stan says, missed y'all. Welcome back. Thank you, Staniel. Did you hear us talking about you?
We got to meet the Nunleys.
Oh, yeah. We got surprised at camp meeting by Terry and Jeff Nunley. And then they just out of the blue texted us, or was it yesterday?
Monday night.
Monday, yeah. Gosh, I don't even know what day it is anymore. Said, would y'all ever want to do dinner? And I was thinking probably, yeah. I said, yeah, of course, just think it'd be the weekend. And she's like, let's go tonight. So we did.
And
We went to that night, and we went to Q, as in barbecue, but C-U-E, down in Milton, Georgia, and it was delicious.
it was good.
Yeah, we had a great time. It was
Good
fun.
meal, good company.
Yeah, we laughed a lot, and really blessed with some good friends, and so yeah, call us. We'll go out to dinner with
That's
y'all
right.
sometime. anybody that's local. We might even drive to another state for that.
Might. But you have to pay for supper.
Yes, that's right. You have to pay for it.
All right,
Let's cook.
We are making mater pie. Mater pie was introduced in my life.
Tiny, you are so bad.
What a tiny.
Let's back up to the donut thing. Tiny, I called it like a diabetic run-in fit. Tiny said it's gonna probably be a run into the toilet fit.
That too.
Yeah. Oh my goodness, yes. Oh, well, Scott Patterson says he's got him some ripe tomatoes, so.
Well.
All right,
Here we
here's
go.
your recipe, buddy.
But I got introduced to tomato pie. My mother started making it. I mean, it was probably in the 90s, maybe early 90s, whatever. When she said she's making a tomato pie, I kind of just turned my nose up and going, tomato pie? What do you mean tomato pie? But anyway, it only took me about one bite, and I was hooked. And tomato pie is a pretty good pie.
That's so funny. I had that same experience, except you told me about tomato pie, and I went, I don't know that I might not like tomato pie. I like tomato pie. It's good. How can you go wrong with cheese and mayonnaise?
Cheese and mayonnaise and tomatoes, and
love. All right,
right. So anyway, I do mine a little different. Than everybody got their own recipe. But anyway, we were going to make homemade crust, but our research and development department didn't investigate the crust far enough. And you really supposed to freeze the crust, and I didn't have time to make crust and then freeze it this afternoon at 3 o'clock when I got in. So but we just happened to buy a couple of pre-made ones just in case we didn't get the, and I'm glad we did.
Who told you to buy those? Because we never know when Justin.
That's right.
You know our friend Justin Case. Anyway.
So I browned.
What'd you do? Brown that baby up?
Yeah, you just poke a few little fork holes just to in it and brown it up for about 10 to 15 minutes just till it's brown.
350?
350.
Okay.
And
so we've already done that on this one.
Now the biggest thing with this tomato pie is preparing the tomatoes. And I go to a little extra step. There's some people that just slice them up and put the tomatoes in there, slice. And it's just personal preference, I don't really like tomato peels, and the easiest way to peel a tomato is by dunking it in boiling water for about 15 to 20 seconds, and take it over the sink, just get a knife, and that peel will just peel right off.
It's the truth. I witnessed it today.
And
we saved one to do
I'm
for
gonna do one.
y'all.
And then the other thing is you really have to squeeze the juice, the water out of these tomatoes. Tomatoes have a lot of water in them.
Yes, they do. If you don't squeeze them, your tomato pie's gonna be soggy.
And some people like soggy pie, but I'm not a big fan of soggy pie. But anyway, I'm gonna crank this up.
Get that water to boiling good. So yeah. And
I think they can see over
I
here.
don't know. No, they cannot.
We'll just kind of point the camera this way. And
sure wish Tim was here.
And you can kind of zoom in. But I just take old Tommy toe here, and I just use a slotted spoon. You can use whatever you want, whatever you want. Just drop her down in that boiling water, and just the water's about boiled out of. But
you need some more water?
No, it's fine. But just
Look at me.
Look at me, she said.
We're learning. They say you're supposed to look at the camera all the time, not turn your back on it.
And that's probably long enough, and I'm going to bring it over here to the sink.
Use your towel underneath it. Thank you.
I'm going to turn some cold water on. And then just get your knife up under the skin there. And it's kind of like if you ever got sunburnt and you peeled skin, it's kind of the same thing right here. But you're just peeling the skin off of the tomato. You'd probably like doing that, wouldn't you?
Is that a hint?
No. You just like peeling sunburnt skin.
I do like to peel me some sunburnt skin.
Look at that.
It's come right off in the sheets.
That's a little hack for you if you didn't know it already.
All right, I guess I'm going to be the one to chop it.
And like I say, it takes about 4. This is kind of a medium-sized tomato. We made a pie ahead, and I used what tomatoes we had grown. But I stopped down here at the fruit stand, and then they sell all homegrown stuff. So I just stopped down there and got us some tomatoes. Didn't have time to get over and see Gardening with Randall. Check him out sometime, Gardening with Randall. And
you want me to cut?
Just cut it in half. And see, we already got some of them. Some of them cut, just been put them in a colander. But once I'm gonna squeeze the juice out of them, and cut in half, and then we'll chop them up, put them in here, and then and see, all you do, you got to be careful because these things will squirt you in the eye.
They will, and I'm gonna back it on up. And I'm gonna tell you, it's a mess. It makes a mess.
But like I say, this is optional. You don't have to do this.
We can't. I'm not able to sit down in the sink. Is that okay?
Yeah.
I mean, he really is wringing that thing out like a sponge.
And I usually just take me some paper towel, and I'm gonna go an extra step here in a minute. And once they're chopped up, I'm gonna put them in a towel and really squeeze the water out of them.
Am I ready for chopping?
Yeah.
Okay.
And I'll squeeze the other half. My other half. Come here. Let me come here and let me squeeze you.
Oh, you were being funny.
You can hear it squeezing the juice out of the tomato.
And it doesn't have to be chopped up pretty either. But the good thing about not slicing this for a pie, having the slices, is then it's not all falling apart in your mouth. You can get little bites. You know what I mean?
But if you're making the pie and you got the crust, you put it in there for 10 or 15, you can be cutting your tomatoes up while the crust is browning. And then you put them in the colander and take like a quarter.
You ready for this?
Yeah. Take like just a quarter teaspoon of kosher salt and
hold on.
Sprinkle over.
Watch yourself.
The tomatoes, and then I just let them sit in the sink, and just that salt kind of makes them weep, and just let them sit there and drip out some more. And I've got
What you need?
a cloth right here, or dish towel. Well, I need to be at the sink, so I'm just gonna do it.
All right, why don't you just do it over there?
I'm just gonna
Why don't you just do it right there, Nathan?
dump all these tomatoes out
I don't think they can see you, so let me move the camera.
in a dish towel. And
squeeze the dickens out of it.
yeah, and just see all the water running out of it.
I do. I see it. It's a ton of water. Goodness, Lord, it's just running down your arm. See what I mean about it being messy? It is totally messy, but it's so worth it, isn't it?
Yeah. All right.
Is that
We're
it?
just gonna let that set.
Here.
Go over there and put. You got.
All right. So the next step, after we got our tomatoes going and in the colander,
half a cup of finely chopped onions. That will go on the bottom of the pre-cooked, pre-browned pie crust. Just dump them in
go over there and make sure the camera's straight, please. Sorry. So yeah, we're just gonna dump those onions right in here.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna, ooh, Lord, them some strong
That's a Vidalia. Put me a Vidalia.
Well, it's,
Fresh
I
Vidalia.
don't doubt you, but boy, they smell strong. Okay.
And
So now we got the onions kind of spread over the bottom.
And now we're gonna take
My tomatoes. Ooh,
I'm still.
I see that. You ready? Dump them in. Let's take your finely chopped tomatoes. Ooh, let me just let me grab those and just put those in there. Spread them out real good. It's a mess, I'm telling you.
But it's worthwhile, I'm telling you, because
People will ooh and ah when you bring that to their house.
you don't have soggy pie.
Yes. Nobody likes a soggy pie, do they?
I don't.
I don't either. All right, so I got my tomatoes all spread out on top of the chopped onions.
And another disappointment today, I was coming back from Jefferson, and I like to stop at a little grocery store right in Jefferson, it's Bell's. And it kind of reminds me of grocery stores, you know, I grew up
Back in the day.
Back in the day, you know, everybody's just so nice, and I like shopping up there. It's never really busy, and they take cash. They give you change. Kroger kind of ticked me off. They don't give you no change if you pay them in cash. But anyway, that's.
But I bet you got your change today.
I bet I did,
didn't you?
I did. But it calls for basil and fresh basil. And we have fresh basil. Plenty. Matter of fact, y'all seen us. We put up some, but it's in olive oil, and we couldn't use it in olive oil.
And it was frozen.
Yeah, but I've noticed the basil kind of died off, but it kind of came back. I mean, I just watered it 2 days ago, and it was probably 10 or 12, 15 nice leaves on there. And I go by, you know, Bell's, they didn't have any fresh basil. So I said, well, I got that at home. I get home, and there's not a leaf of basil on the plant. I don't know how something got up here and ate it all off.
Something did. Our basil was missing in action.
But anyway, so then I had to go to Kroger, and they didn't have any fresh basil. All they had was this
dry.
Well, it's not. It's kind of semi-dry.
It's semi-fresh.
Right. And I go to pay for it.
Speak up.
I go to pay for it, and it was $4 and something with tax. It was like
$4.58.
Something, and well, they owed me like 40 something cents to change, and the little boy said, "Sir, we can't give you any change." And I says, "What do you mean you can't give me any change?" He said, "There's a change shortage." And I said, something I probably shouldn't say, but it kind of starts with a bull. And I said, he said, I can put it on your Kroger Plus. I said, no. I said, somebody needs to find me some change. I'm paying with cash. It's legal U.S. tender. Somebody needs to find me some change. I said, I bet your manager's probably got some change in the bottom of her pocketbook. If you go ask her, it's just 40-something cents. Anyway, I got my change. So,
So, you done with Kroger for a minute?
yeah, screw Kroger.
Nathan?
Well, anybody, I'm
I
telling
know,
you,
it's just,
don't get me on this cashless society stuff. But anyway.
Alright, so we got fresh basil, sort of, and 58 cents and change. So you're just sprinkling it. How much of that are you supposed to do?
It says a quarter cup of fresh.
Well, a fresh, that's probably okay. This, I don't think you need a quarter cup.
Now, this is just to your own liking.
It's kind of dry, it's dried, and I think the dried is not quite as.
How about that?
That's perfect. All right, next thing.
Next thing is
take
2 cups
of the cheese.
of cheese. Go ahead and preheat your oven before you do all this to 350 degrees, and if you're doing your pie crust, just leave it on because that's where it needs to be anyway. And we are using
Borden's, Elsie's cheese.
cheddar and Monterey Jack.
Cheddar and Monterey Jack. You can use whatever kind of cheese you want.
You can use mozzarella. You can use.
Ooh, I bet Swiss. Swiss would probably be a good cheese to use, don't you think?
You
Yeah, don't ask me to say it. Okay,
right.
So next, after the cheese, the 2 cups of cheese, we're going to add in a half a cup of Blue Plate mayonnaise.
Mayonnaise, Tiny Adam.
Not Miracle Whip. Tiny, I hope you don't mind that we tease you a little bit.
About Miracle Whip.
Yeah, so.
But you need to be teased about Miracle Whip.
Yeah,
Miracle
you know.
Whip needs to be teased. They probably feel the same way about us mayonnaise eaters.
Us mayonnaise eaters. Okay, next is
This
Frank's.
is Frank's. So you can use whatever hot sauce you like. You can use Tabasco. You can use whatever. And once again, to your taste, and
I like mine a little on the spicy side.
that's why she married me.
Uh-huh.
And so put a little Frank's in there. And then you can't have tomatoes without, we put salt in as they soak, and now we gotta have
When
fresh.
did you put salt in it? I missed that.
Well, I put it in earlier.
Oh, you probably didn't tell
I
them
did tell them that.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Y'all don't forget the salt.
Of kosher salt. I think it's like a quarter teaspoon of kosher salt. You just mix it in when you put it in the colander, and then just let it sit there and weep.
Oh, I don't like weeping. Do you like to weep?
And I found out when I mix this one up, you can do it with a spoon, but it sure does work better with your hand.
Why do I get picked for the hand action here?
Because I already done one, so now it's your turn. This is equal opportunity hand mixing. God gave us these hands to mix food with. Biscuits.
God gave us this hand to smack your little face with.
We'll mix the cheese and mayonnaise.
I don't want to. I don't like that.
You don't get to use one. You didn't have to use both.
Oh no, if I'm going in, it's going in all the way. This is not very mixy.
Where was we at the other night? And
What happened? I might be able to tell you.
And you said, "Don't you roll your eyes at me."
No. What was that? I've already forgotten where we were. And I said, don't roll. I saw you rolling your eyes. How did did it go? I've done forgot now.
And
I said, don't think I don't see you rolling your eyes at me. And you said something like, I don't get caught or whatever. I don't. Oh well, wah wah. Don't know what that one was all about. I can't even remember now.
but the gist of it is, she acted like that was the first time I'd ever rolled my eyes. That's just the first time I'd ever got caught.
Oh, that's what it was. I went, oh my God, you never roll your eyes at me.
That's
And you looked at me and said,
I just never get caught.
I just never get caught. All right, we done. We're mixed. I'm all. So now I gotta spread this out on the pie.
Spread her out on the pie.
Okay, that was fun.
And once we get it spread out on the pie, we're gonna put it in a 350-degree oven. And I started out 30 minutes, but it ended up taking about 45 minutes to get it golden, bubbly. This is the one we've already cooked, and we're gonna eat here in just a few minutes. We're gonna cut that bad boy open. Now I've got a little handy dandy pie crust ring that I inherited from my dear mother.
Dear Florine.
And you just put that around your pie crust, and it just keeps the crust from getting too dark around the edges.
Sorry, I'm trying to get this all even out here.
It's
How's
fine,
that
it's gonna melt anyway.
Okay.
So you just put your little handy dandy crust protector on there. And we're gonna stick this thing in a 350
And while you're doing that, I'm gonna wash my hands off real quick.
degree oven.
That was not pleasant. Alrighty. Well, now that's in the oven. What do we gotta do?
We're gonna eat.
Well, you got no stories to tell? Nothing exciting? Tell you what though, any of y'all next year want to go to camp meeting, I am happy to host you, because I tell you, I had a great time this year. Even though we didn't spend the whole day up there every day, but we did go every night. I was just getting ready to say.
I didn't have my hammer, so I had to get her something.
It was a lot of running around and all. It was worth it. I mean, I didn't realize how drained I was spiritually, and it definitely, got me back to my roots. Did some good old-fashioned hymn singing, had some good old-fashioned music played for us, some good old food, home-cooked food, and just kind of sat around and enjoyed my family and friends up there, and not had this crazy world breathing down our necks. That was really nice. I mean, it was right up there with Florida, for me at least, so.
And then we got some more. We got a good friend of my family. I've known him for many years. He's a dear friend of my daddy, and Elder Carl Staten. He's a preacher from out in Rogers, Arkansas, and he spent many a night at my daddy and mama's house, and he's the one that kind of coined the phrase about, somebody said, your mama sure can make some good biscuits, and he says, and she knows how to butter them too.
That's right.
And because she wasn't shy with the butter.
No.
And but he's coming into town, and
That's next Wednesday he'll be here, right? Or
Yeah.
he's coming in before that.
Yeah, we're probably going to go out here. He's going to be out at Moriah, out near Athens, and Saturday I go out there. But he's going to be at our church at Mount Moriah. Anybody would like to come? It's 1500 Mount Moriah Road, Decula, Georgia.
Or just send us a message. We'll come get you.
Yeah, and he's gonna fill an appointment up there Wednesday night, 7 o'clock. He's gonna come over here, and my brother Randall and my sister-in-law Deborah, they're gonna bring him over here and hang out with us during the day on Wednesday, and we're just gonna kind of chew the fat. We're gonna cook him pig nuggets, biscuit, and gravy.
I'm excited that I get to have that.
And so you're gonna have to make some more large biscuits.
I know it. I'm all for it. I'm happy to make biscuits. Those last ones I was shocked. That might have been like a one-time thing, but so yeah. So we're looking forward to having him visit with us and come and eat with us. And now I'm actually looking forward to eating a bite of this beautiful.
We don't have one of them pie servers up here, do we?
No, we don't, honey. I am so sorry, and I am not running downstairs to get one. So you're gonna have to find a knife in there. Let me clean this up real quick.
And we just cut the old pie.
Cut the old pie. Ooh, I cannot wait. That's your piece. I just want a child's portion.
This crust is kind of brittle, but
That's because it's not homemade. Alright. Why don't we just eat off of one for the moment? How's that?
why?
Alright.
I didn't set the timer.
Well, you just put it in, so give it like 25.
I'm gonna do 30.
Okay. That does look very good. Here. Perfect.
But you wanted a small piece. You wanted the big piece. You want the big piece, save it.
Oh my goodness, Connie, come get me. Only 2 hours, she says. Oh, he's going to be, and he is going to be, Carl's going to be at Boiling Springs, Papa's church, on Tuesday night also for Bible study.
That's where Randall goes to church over there.
Yeah,
I mean,
Randall
he's
is the
a
preacher
pastor.
now. There. How's that taste?
So, he ain't doing nothing Tuesday night.
Hmm.
Boiling Springs, Friend Baptist Church on Birmingham Road. It's easy to find. City Mountain.
Okay, that's really delicious. Very good. I think that if you don't like tomatoes, you will like this anyway. Because I'm not a big, I don't eat tomato sandwiches, all that kind of craziness. I'll eat tomatoes like on my burger or whatever, but
And you can adjust this.
this is good.
If you don't like onions, don't put onions in there.
Yeah.
Cook you some number 6 bacon, some really crispy bacon, and layer the bottom of it with bacon.
We need to do that immediately.
And
This is so delicious, honey. Good job. I am totally enjoying this. And this is the one that has your tomatoes in it, right?
mm-hmm.
That's pretty rude of us just to keep eating in front of y'all.
Well,
But it is pretty delicious. All right. Tomato pie, y'all. Mater pie. 9-inch pie shell. Half a cup of chopped onions. 3 to 4 tomatoes. Squeezed, chopped. Approximately, that's about 3 cups worth. You could probably go a little more if you wanted to. Half a teaspoon of the kosher salt. You did all that when you were squeezing your tomatoes with the salt. 1/4 of a cup of fresh basil, or adjust it to your taste. I still feel like 1/4 of a cup is a little much for that. 2 cups of grated cheese, probably could even go 3 cups of grated cheese, but half a cup of mayonnaise, a teaspoon of Frank's hot sauce, or however much you want to put, and some ground pepper. Mix it together.
And
put it in the oven.
if you don't like onion, you like hot pepper, and I'm gonna try this too.
Oh yeah.
Just chop up some hot banana pepper and do a layer of that, and on top of the tomatoes.
I think we should do that for Wednesday lunch.
Mmm.
Because we're not having that biscuits until dinner, right?
Right.
Or supper. Anyway, so I'll get the recipe posted tonight. Promise. And let's see, was there anybody else that we failed to mention?
Mater,
I don't guess.
they call me.
That's tater salad. Let us know some things that you might want us to cook.
How about tomato?
Tomater? Oh, that's Tomater, the wrecker. Oh, I wish Liam still loved that. What was that? That was the race. Cars, yeah. Oh my God, that kid loved that movie. I kind of liked it myself. All right. Oh, one other thing. Jessica, if you're watching, guess what? See that right there behind Nathan? That is a yellow meated watermelon. Where'd you get that?
Bells.
Bells
In Jefferson.
in Jefferson. So Jessica, if you want a yellow meated watermelon, let me know. I'll hook you up. Or Nathan will. So.
But
all right. So y'all don't forget to share our page with your friends and family, and I guess we'll probably be doing another contest here pretty soon.
And sometime we're gonna do it kind of gradually. Just we'll probably be moving over from a Facebook group to a Facebook page. It's basically the same thing.
I didn't know it wasn't the same.
It's not. But with a Facebook page, that's what I use for, and I don't know why I didn't start it out as a page, but I didn't. What?
Virginia Johnson said she made a tomato pie with that spicy jalapeno cheese, pimento cheese. Oh no, not spicy. Polly's Island pimento cheese. That's a fabulous idea. Sorry.
But we're probably going to be swapping over to it. We're going to do it gradually, and yes, you'll have to go over there and like the new page. But we're going to be posting on both of them, and
until I can figure out what I'm doing.
right, and the page just gives us more options to get it out and promote it. I guess.
Yeah.
So anyway, not that that's what it's all about, but we're just having, this is us.
Just being us. I mean, we're just
having fun.
Trying to.
Living the life.
I guess.
And, I did, for anybody that had a checkup with my oncologist, my lymphoma specialist doctor down at Emory, and I'd had a CT scan, and one of the lymph nodes on the left side had gone down significantly. There was one on the right side that kind of grown a little bit. Still not having any symptoms or effect from it, and he said just kind of watch and wait. There is a clinical trial that's open now that can get into, but probably gonna wait till the fall and see how we feel, and if that's something we want to go down. It'll be a chemo type, which is the chemo that I took the first time.
Tolerated it well.
Yeah, Rituxan, and plus another.
It's a kind of it's a clinical.
Yeah,
it's something that's in a clinical
it's
trial.
some new medication
yeah.
that's supposed to help this Rituxan, in the hopes is to put it in long-term remission. So
we'll see. I think as long as you're feeling good and enjoying life, we're just gonna keep on living it.
That's right, eating tomato pie.
Eating tomato pie. So y'all come on over, have a bite of pie with us. It's really good.
Oh.
I don't know what we're going to do next week. We haven't really decided yet, have we?
Mm-mm.
So maybe y'all might come up with some suggestions for
Maybe
next
we
week.
need a guest.
Maybe we need a guest cook. Exactly. I wish my friend Lisa King would come out here. She's way out in Dallas, Georgia, though, and cook us something. She's always putting some really neat looking recipes on there that she cooks, but I don't think I could convince her to drive all the way from Dallas, Georgia to Beaufort. So if you're a cook and you got a fancy recipe or a simple recipe and you want to be on here, let us know. Yeah, I mean, come on.
We'll put you to work.
And if you're out of town, you could come and spend the night with us.
Wow.
Oh God, that means I'd have to clean off the guest beds. Oops.
Well, that'd give you incentive there, wouldn't it?
Yes, it would. All right. So.
All right.
Anyway, you guys, thanks for tuning in tonight. We enjoyed entertaining you somewhat and enjoyed the tomato pie.
The apple of my eye.
You was gonna bite my finger. You are the apple of my eye. Or the tomato. So, in the words of the famous mother of mine, Jane Casalos Glennis Bice Gilliland, y'all be somebody.
And words of my dear old daddy, wasn't a time that he didn't say it when he was leaving. He says, I love you, and don't you forget it. And we love you.
And don't you forget it. Hey, I love you.
I love you.
And don't you forget it.
You either.
Bye, y'all.
Bye.
See y'all next Thursday.